Hello and welcome. In this video series, Mutual Fund for Beginners, we will learn what mutual funds are, what are the types of mutual funds, where do they invest the money, and also the terminologies related to mutual fund. Okay. Now, before I tell you what mutual funds are, let me give you an example and then relate it with mutual fund. Okay? Let us say this is you. This person is you. And you want to build a house. You want to build a house. Now you have two options. One is to build it by yourself, meaning you yourself take up the work and get all the materials and the manpower required for building the house and then supervise it. Okay? You yourself select the stones or the bricks, the sand or the soil, the paints, the plumbing equipments, the electric equipments, all those things. You manage the people and you supervise everything and build the house. This is the first option. If you go for the first option, then you will need to have time to supervise. Meaning, if you have a 9 to 5 job, then you will need to find time in between to visit the place of construction and supervise. Along with the time, you need to have experience too. Experience of what? Experience of building a house. You need to know what brick to select and what items to use, which people to call, how much salary to pay, and all these things. And if you know all these things and if you are able to find time to supervise, then you can build the house the way you want it by using less money. Okay? Now, if you start supervising or if you start building the house by yourself, then you may encounter few people who will be there to give you advice saying that this particular stone from this particular place is good, this soil is better for houses, this paint looks good, these switches are good, and so on. And if you do not know about those, and if you take their advice and use them in your house, it may be good or it may be bad too. Meaning, it may do good or it may do bad too. Or, in other words, their advice may be useful or harmful too. Correct? Yes. So, this is one option, supervising or building the house on your own. The second option that you have is, if you want to build a house, you can give a contract to a contractor. This contractor has the required experience and the knowledge of building a house. His job itself is to build houses. So, he will be able to select good materials and build you a house that you want. Okay? So, he will be knowing what bricks to select, what sand to select, which paint looks good, which plumbing equipments looks good, where should be the toilet, where should be the bedroom, which people to call, and so on. Okay? And if you give a contract to this person, then you can go ahead with your job without the worry of building the house. Okay? Now, for building this house, you have to pay this person some money. Of course, money is required to build the house, not that money. I'm talking about his fees. He has to live too, correct? So, he will charge some fees, and that fees should be paid by you. And that fees is for building the house. Okay? So, this is the second case. Alright? So, you can go with the first case or with the second case. So, you have option. Now, assuming that you have understood this example, let me explain you about mutual funds. Now, this is you. This is you. You have some money with you which you want to invest. And after researching or analyzing some things, you decide to invest in stocks or shares of companies. Now, if you decide to invest in shares of companies, then you will need to have experience and expertise too. You need to do fundamental analysis, you need to do technical analysis, you need to know what companies stocks to buy, what companies stocks not to buy, when to sell, for how long should you hold, and so on. And after investing, you have to continuously monitor it so that you can exit or you can sell the shares when your profit is maximum. Okay? So these are the areas where you need to have knowledge before you can start buying shares. And let us say you have those and you buy the shares. Okay? Now, when you say that you are interested in buying shares of companies, once again, you will get a lot of recommendations from people. Someone will say, buy this stock, it will go up in few days. Some other person will say, buy this, do this, this is good, this is bad, and so on. So you will get all kinds of advices or recommendations. And some of these recommendations may be good and some may be bad. If you invest according to recommendations or advices without proper research, then the chances of you losing money is more. Correct? So that is one risky part associated with this. Let us say that you buy the companies here in this case and you invest your money in shares. This is first case. This is first case. Second case is, instead of you learning everything related to the markets, instead of you spending time monitoring the shares, can just give your money to a fund manager, or you can just give your money, or you can just buy a mutual fund wherein there will be a person who will be an expert and will be having experience in the field of investing. What this person does is he will research and invest your money in various companies which he thinks will get you maximum returns. Okay? So this is what mutual fund is. A mutual fund is like a contractor. He has the required expertise in the field to get the job done. Why do you want to invest? To grow your money. And whom do you contact? A person who knows to grow the money. Correct? Yes. So this person takes your money and invests in various places, and for that he charges some commission from you, or he takes some fees from you. It is not this is for investing in stocks. Apart from this, he takes some fees from you. That is how he makes a living. Okay? So this is how a mutual fund works. Alright? Now, let me come back to this example. Let us say that in the year 2024, it took you 50 lakh rupees to buy this piece of land and construct your house. Okay? And let us say that after 2 years, you decide to sell it. Now, when you want to sell it, you may be faced with either of this situation or any of this situation. First situation is, people may be ready to buy your house at a price less than what it took you to construct it. It took you 50 lakh rupees, but after 2 years, people are ready to pay only 40 lakhs for it. The reason may be many. Maybe the land rates have gone down, maybe the construction materials are costing less, maybe the steel is costing less, we do not know. Maybe the design is old. There are many. You are not able to get more than what you had paid. This is one case. Second case is, people are ready to buy the house at 60 lakh rupees. 10 lakh rupees more than what it had taken you to build the house. Once again, the reason may be many. Land rates might have been appreciated, steel rate might have been costly, or some other reason. But for any reason, it is 60 lakh rupees in people's eyes. No matter the reason, and it doesn't matter whether people are ready to pay 40 lakhs or 60 lakhs. You have to pay the contractor while constructing the house. Correct? While building the house through the contractor means you have to pay the contractor his fees. Same way, here, let us say that in 2024, you had invested 50 lakh rupees in a mutual fund. And let us say, after 2 years, you want to remove or withdraw everything that you had invested for whatever reasons. Now, you can face this situation or this. First is, the 50 lakh rupees that you had invested in 2024 might be 40 lakhs or less now in 2026. The reasons may be many. Maybe there was a market crash, or maybe some of the stocks in which they had invested in lost their value. Maybe the company went in loss. Okay, we do not know. In the same way, this may be the case too. The 50 lakh rupees that you had invested in 2024 might be worth 60 lakh rupees now. Maybe the share prices of the companies where they had invested have gone up. The companies have done better. Okay, whatever may be the reason, it is now worth higher. Even if this is the case, you have to pay the commission to the mutual fund company. You cannot say that my money is worth less now, I will not pay your mutual fund fees. That is not acceptable. Okay, the fees should be paid no matter what the situation is. All right? Yes. Assuming that you have understood, now let us understand what the word mutual and the word fund means in mutual fund. Okay? Now, what does a mutual fund company do? It says to people that, hey, look here, I'm starting a fund and I want you people to invest your money in the fund, or I want you people to give your money for the fund. So, what do people do? They give their money. Some person may give 5 lakh, some person may give 3 lakh rupees, some may give 4 lakh rupees, some may give 8 lakh rupees, some may give 1 lakh rupees, some may give 30,000 rupees. So, in the same way, the mutual fund company collects a lot of money from thousands of people and then invests them in various assets. Okay, what are the assets? We will see later. Now, just for the example, let us say stocks of companies. Okay, so there will be hundreds or thousands of people pooling in their money or giving their money, and since this company collects money from many people, we term it as mutual. Okay, so the company is collecting money from many people, and so the word mutual. Okay, after collecting the money, they invest in various assets. Now the word fund. Fund and money are not the same. Money can be spent without limitations. Meaning, if you have 10,000 rupees, you can spend it on anything. You can buy drinks, or you can buy food, or you can donate the money to someone else. You can deposit it in your bank. You can do anything with your money. There are no restrictions, there are no rules, there are no limitations. But when we say fund, it has some rules. For example, let us say you might be saving certain amount of money for your children's education. Okay? That is a fund. It has rules. What rules? That it has to be used for your child's education. You cannot use it for anything else. You might be saving some fund for your retirement. That is the money for your retirement. So that money is basically retirement fund. It is to be used only after retiring. It cannot be used, or it should not be used for anything else. You might be saving some money for your child's marriage. So that becomes a marriage fund. So it has some rules. It is to be used only for the marriage. Okay? So funds are with rules. Money is without any rules. Okay? So when we say mutual fund, The company collects money from a lot of people and invests the money to achieve some goal. Okay? What is that? What is the goal? We will see later when it matters. Alright? So, this is the meaning of mutual fund. Okay? I hope the concept is clear. This is it for this video. I will tell you more about mutual funds in the upcoming videos. Alright? So, thank you for watching.